Yo, Sass, what's for lunch?
Steak.
All right, let's do some steaks. Let's get cooking.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
Guys, welcome back to What's for Lunch. Sass, welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you for having me.
We're doing some steaks today. Are you good at cooking steaks? Do you cook at all? What's your level of where we're working with here?
No, I know how to cook steak, sort of. I just usually pan sear it.
Perfect. Well, we'll do that. We're gonna make a quick sauce, and I have some potatoes we'll puree up. Yeah, it's not rocket science. We have some nice New York strips here. I'm gonna have you cook side by side. Usually the guests, we're doing it switching off.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 2 burners and play around at the same time.
Awesome.
So
Sounds good.
let's get going. So how often you think, I guess you're in New York, so it's like
Never.
you have great
Yeah.
food. Yeah, how often are you cooking? Never. You knew the question before I asked it. Never.
If I cook anything, it is steak, but it's just because it's easier to cook it than I'm not gonna order Uber Eats a steak.
Right, especially in New York City apartment kitchen, it's fucking, you smoke it out. I would never cook in mine because the whole place just smells like meat. You're on your own now, right, apartment-wise?
Yeah.
I remember back when you were with Dukes and that kitchen was fucking...
Yeah.
Having roommates in a kitchen is like the hardest thing, and it's just never clean.
That kitchen's probably way bigger than my kitchen actively.
Is it?
Yeah, my kitchen now is smaller than this.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, well that's even more impressive than if you're cooking steaks and doing shit in there. Great New York strips, like I said, all we're gonna do to these is just salt. I don't like to do pepper unless I'm grilling, because with the high heat, like pepper can burn quick. Some people say they love it, like some people swear by it, some people don't. What's your go-to meal when you're out then? Are you a pretty adventurous eater?
No, not at all.
No?
Cheeseburger.
That's it?
Yeah,
It's just simple?
Or chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers? Still?
Yeah.
Sass, come on, dude. I mean, what are you, 20, 22,
23?
23?
Yeah.
25, I think you gotta
I like it, but
all right.
I mean, I like all food, but I just don't like adventuring out. I like to eat whatever's closest to me.
For these though, you want the hottest shit. People always get home cooks are afraid of the smoke, but that's why we're gonna use avocado oil though on these.
Awesome.
Because much higher smoke point, you can get that high heat. And if we want to take the steaks, you lay them away from you so you don't get any splash, and we can just start cooking. So if you want to go ahead and do yours, look at that. Beauty.
Natural.
And turn these fans on, yeah. And I always just give it a really good press down. We want to build a good crust. Now it's going to start to stick. So the biggest mistake people make, they try to lift it up too soon.
Yeah.
And it's like they tear it. You want to let it just start building that crust. And there is a lot of smoke when you're cooking steaks, so.
Yeah, no, this is never what it looks like in my apartment.
Yeah, it's lower heat. Yeah, it's what it's needed. This has kind of become a comedian show too, because all the comics come through Chicago and come on, so. It's nice to add you to that list.
What's because none of them ever have home-cooked meals.
Yeah, that's true too. The road is tough. I guess if you like chicken fingers, it makes it a little easier.
Well, that's why you got to find something. You got to stick with it.
Do you usually eat at the clubs?
I'll try not to eat at clubs.
No,
because it's awful everywhere. Like if you eat at a club, you're eating like buffalo bites.
Just bar food.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite city to do stand-up in besides New York?
Philadelphia.
Philly?
Yeah, Philly's the best.
Start to take a look at these.
These are big-ass steaks. Thick.
Yeah, they're thick.
Thick as hell.
Yeah, they're thick. So it's gonna take a little longer. See how it's come off the pan, so there's a good crust already starting. Growing up as a kid, were your parents big cooks? Did you have a lot of home cooked, like good, at least good parents? No.
Yeah, we ate at home, but it wasn't ever great.
So yours is looking good. Yours a flip there.
All right.
Might be a little on the strong side.
All good. I love it on the strong side.
For steaks, you know the trick to like feel it, like
No, I don't.
So you use the palm of your hand. This is like a good indication for rare, medium well, and like that's like well done, just the firmness. So if you're feeling your steak, you can feel your hand, you can kind of play off that.
Interesting. I like mine well done.
Is that how you like your steaks?
No.
I was gonna say, holy shit, we have more issues. How do you eat your steak? I should have asked you before we started. What's your
rare, medium rare?
All right, good.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna go for here.
Oh, this is like, have you ever done steaks before? On this?
Never like just a steak, like teaching someone how to make one.
Yeah.
No.
This is the big one. People get pissed off about this.
People do get pissed off.
Yeah.
People get pissed off about everything, especially like cooking. I mean, it's similar to comedy where it's like people love to just critique like the nuances and the small things of it, and it's like everyone and their mother has a different way to do cooking. It's like I say it all the time. If you gave 10 comedians the same premise, good chance that they come up with the same punchline. So it's like cooking. You give them the same ingredients, chefs, they're gonna make the same food.
Is that a big thing in the cooking community?
It's
like
more
you stole that recipe?
It's sometimes. I don't think it's as big as the like in stealing jokes in comedy. It's not like that. People hate on it, like following recipes. I follow recipes all the time. If you need if it's something I've never made before, I'll look at 10 recipes, see what's the same, see what's different, and then just like go use them as guides.
Go from there.
Yeah. But I think it is similar, like at least the internet cooking is similar to comedy, where a lot of young cooks have gotten blown up because they're really good at social media.
Yeah.
And then like old chefs are like
they're
pissed.
that
haven't gotten online.
Yeah.
There's like that disconnect, which is kind of why I did I went to France and worked in a restaurant. I felt like I want to prove that I'm not just internet shit. But there's a nice fat cap on the side, so we want to sear that off. So if you want to just hold it on the side like this, where you get that going. All right, this one's just about done. We're gonna finish these now with butter. We're gonna baste them with butter and herbs, so this is how you get the final flavor.
Yeah, I've never done this.
Top. So you take a big ass
This is usually where my process ends.
This ends? Well, this is not a bad spot to end. This is how you take it to, this is one step further. So garlic we're gonna take, we don't even have to peel it, we just crush it.
All right.
We leave it in the skin, otherwise it's gonna burn. And then we'll go in, you want a good amount of butter. A little bit of oil, garlic can go in. And then I go with some rosemary, a little sage, just fresh herbs. All you're doing, you're tilting the pan back, make sure you get all those herbs so they're all toasting up in there. And you're taking that butter and you're flicking it right on top. It's all on that wrist right there. Oh, you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just tilt it back so you have it good and just boom. And that's all we gotta do to that.
Feels about right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Nice job. You wanna take it, just put it right here, we'll let these rest.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do that.
Just scoop it with a spoon, yeah, finger on top, boom. And then we'll finish it off. We can put the rest of that brown butter just right there.
Give Donnie's a little extra love.
Let your steak rest for they say half the time that you cooked it for, let it rest for at least that long. The juices all reabsorb. If you cut it now, it's gonna bleed out. You're gonna lose all that. So just let it rest. Okay, sauce time.
The heat doesn't really seem to affect you at all.
If you cook for long enough, you slowly touch hot plates or touch hot plates. You just
I'm not there at all.
You burn the nerves, the tips of the
You were like, just grab the steak. Steak's like 900 degrees.
We're gonna go with red wine. Whenever you cook with wine, you wanna use wine you would drink that has a higher quality because you reduce it, you intensify the flavor. So if it's shitty wine, it's gonna make that taste even shittier. Red wine goes in. We're burning up all the alcohol here. We just want the flavor. Get a whisk. And then once it's pretty reduced, now we'll go in with some beef stock. Now mix that in. Now we'll kill the heat. We whisk in cold butter, kind of cube by cube, because if we did it with warm butter, it would split. So the fat's melting and it's emulsifying into the sauce. So the slower it melts, like the droplets, the fat molecules can separate and mix in with that water.
Awesome.
And then that's how you get like a nice glossy sauce. All right, let's slice into these. Let's see how we did. You wanna go slowly, like this is straight. Go like 45 degrees so you get a nice looking cut. And boom, look, we crushed that. Oh yeah, Sass, that's nice. Look at that crust he got on that. His crust is better than mine, holy shit. Look at that, dude. Let's fucking go. Finishing salt, so you never want to cook with this, but it's always, always at the end.
The Salt Bay salt.
Salt all over
Is Salt Bay like, you guys hate him in the community?
He's not like respected, but I mean, he's successful and he's made a fuck ton of money, so credit to him for that, but I don't know, he's just a meme.
He's a clown.
Potatoes that I've boiled until they're soft, we're gonna make a quick puree just for this to sit on. It's just potatoes, butter, and heavy cream. So then we'll take that puree, and then we'll finish with a little that steak sauce. That's how we do a simple steak.
Thank you.
You crushed it.
Thank you for having me. It's very fun.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell if you were just saying that, but
no, I'm very excited to eat this.
Slice in, and Big Cat, I know you're waiting, so why don't you come around here and have a piece?
Look at this. Look at this, boys. This is what Jerry Seinfeld was talking about, right? Men being men.
Yeah, exactly.
Eating steaks together.
Oh, yeah.
It's
great.
A simple steak. You can't really go wrong with that. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode of What's for Lunch. Sass, thanks for coming. Big Cat, thanks for being here too. Taste test. See you next time. Peace.
This is incredible.